Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this review. The fact that you're willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. And today we're going to be reviewing the new Netflix special, Death to 2020. So how can I sum up this special other than saying it is a special in and of itself, basically reviewing 2020 as a whole on a more comedic scale? Every big event that we as an entire planet has experienced this year is pretty much spoken about in a comedic light in this documentary. And if you are looking for a fun take on 2020, then this is definitely for you. We cover all of the big events, not just the coronavirus, but also George Floyd. We talk about the Australian fires, everything. So actually, when I was watching it, I was shocked by just how much has actually happened this year while we're all stuck indoors. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to review because in many aspects, there's both a lot to say and not much to say at all. And that sounds like a complete and utter fallacy in regards to language. But unfortunately, that's how I feel right now. This documentary, the special, covered a lot, but at the same time it didn't say anything. What I mean by that is it tries to cover all of these different topics and it tries to inform you about the truth of what happened, but they do it in a way that is comedy based, and so at many points it feels surface level. So we are being informed about all of these different events and we're being told about all of the information through these different events, but we're only being given a slice, a small section of them. Not much time is dedicated to each specific event simply because they've got to fit the entire year into the 70 minutes special. And so many events that I felt deserved more time and more explanation, but we just simply didn't get it. And unfortunately, that's just the case because at the end of the day, this was just made to make fun of 2020. So if you're wanting to watch a special that's simply making fun of what a terrible year this was, this is the perfect special for you. But if you're wanting a deep dive understanding of all of the intricate events that went throughout 2020, you're going to be left disappointed. But I guess that's what trailers are for. If you've watched the trailer for this, you know exactly what to expect. A bunch of celebrities impersonating people in different professions talking about 2020. What I did like is if they were willing to make fun of one thing, they were willing to make fun of everything. So they made fun of the Prime Minister, they've made fun of the President, Donald Trump, they made fun of Biden, they weren't taking sides. Everything that they spoke about, they were allowed to make fun of. So if you're worried about things getting too politically sided in regards to right or left, don't worry about that because they make fun of everyone. Everyone is fair game. The only thing that wasn't ever made fun of was George Floyd's death because again, that's an actual person that died. And it started an incredibly powerful political movement. So I do appreciate the fact that they were willing to go, cool, no, this is a serious moment. Let's not touch that. I feel like this is becoming a common thread, but my hair is just never good. Right now, my hair is going through its own version of 2020 because I'm just fed up with it. Through this documentary, you also realize that people are just people. Even our political leaders, our presidents, our prime ministers, they're just people with their own superstitions, with their own beliefs, with their own wants, with their own desires. And so even though we put them on this giant pedestal and we go, cool, you have to be this ideal person, we elected you for a reason, chances are they're going to screw up. And the truth is they're going to screw up more than most people. They are just people that have got this immense stress and pressure upon them all the time. And the entire world is watching them constantly. How can you expect them to not screw up? That's one thing I definitely got out of this. Whether you're right wing or left wing or just right down the middle, at the end of the day, our leaders are human that screw up and they don't know as much as we think they do. The special had a lot of fun making fun of Donald Trump and the whole coronavirus thing. And I remember watching all of this as it was taking place. And as everyone was still discovering about this coronavirus, and it just made me realize, wow, when the world is going to fall into ruin, our leaders are still trying to figure out everything as well. And so we had Trump saying one thing, the rest of the government saying another thing, health professionals saying one thing. And it just reminded me that when this whole lockdown thing started, when the world went to hell and everything fell apart, no one knew what was happening. And this documentary does a really good job of making fun of that situation and making light of it. If you are looking for a little fun documentary, this is it. A big problem I had with this documentary, and it's a problem I have with not just movies, series, books, but mainly everything, is when they use profanity as a joke, when they use it as shock value, when they try to just swear, and because swearing is funny. And you got that a lot in this documentary or this special. You had all of these presenters. For example, Hugh Grant was a historian. So historians, he's an old man, he's Caucasian, he's white, so he's supposed to be prim and proper. And then he just keeps dropping F-bombs or he's racist and stuff like that. And cool, okay, it's actually making fun of this whole old white Caucasian man stereotype that all old white men are racist. Haha, that's funny. But they were so incredible. Everyone was swearing. There was this one American lady. I do not remember the character's name. But her whole thing was that she was always swearing and she was always sassy. And it gets a bit much. For me personally, anyway. This is also coming from someone that loves South Park. I don't know why this Netflix special seems to rub me the wrong way, but then I can go and enjoy shows like South Park, which is arguably worse in every single way. But I kept noticing it's in this special, and it did start to annoy me. This special, just to end this all off, this special is very self-aware. It knows what it wants to be, and it knows the people it's making fun of. And no one is safe, okay? The LGBTQ community is made fun of in here. Conservatives are made fun of in here. Every political party is made fun of. So everyone gets made fun of. Everyone is easy picking. So you know what? If you're not easily offended, I would recommend you go watch this. It is funny. There were some moments that made me chuckle a little bit. And it was a great way to remember the absolute cluster mess up that was 2020. But guys, thank you so much for watching this review. The fact that you're willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. You guys are the best, you're awesome, and I hope to see you again in another review.